Atiku should visit Wike if he wants peace. Governor Ortom. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. Mr. Wike, a fairy party frontline, was runner-up in the party's presidential primary election where Mr. Atiku emerged tops. Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom has sent Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, should visit Rivers State Governor if he wants to end the internal crisis rocking the party. Why should you, referring to Atiku, just send calls to Wike? Why can't you just go to him? You have offended him. Wike is a pillar of this party, Mr. Ortom said on a Rise TV Wednesday morning. Mr. Wike, a fairy party frontline, was runner-up in the party's presidential primary election where Mr. Atiku emerged tops. The River governor was in strong consideration to run a joint ticket with Mr. Atiku. Mr. Atiku, however, opted for Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowo against the recommendation of a select committee who put forward Mr. Wike. The decision has now degenerated. Governor Ortom confirmed on live television that 14 of the 17-man committee had recommended Mr. Wike for the vice presidential position. The recommendation was, however, disregarded by Mr. Atiku, who eventually went with Mr. Okowa as his running mate. Soothing over his loss as the People's Democratic Party primary and Atiku Abubakar's decision not to tap him as vice presidential candidate, Mr. Wike has since distanced himself from the People's Democratic Party presidential campaign. He has since been holding talks with opposition figures such as Ebonyi State Governor Dave Umahi, Kano politician Rabiu Kwankwaso, and Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party. When asked why the River State governor was deliberately ignoring Mr. Atiku's calls, Mr. Ortom said calls alone would not suffice and would do nothing to assuage the injustice dealt Mr. Wike. It is not enough to say you, referring to Mr. Atiku, put a call to him. It is an insult to put a call to him. You should go to him. The party leadership at the national level should go to Wike and appeal to him. Wike is a pillar in this party. Everybody knows that, stressed Mr. Ortom. Describing Wike as a pillar of the People's Democratic Party, Mr. Ortom stressed it would take a visit from Mr. Atiku to secure the River State governor's support for his presidential ambition. Noting that politics was a game of compromise, Mr. Ortom said that Mr. Wike should have been consulted before the announcement of the People's Democratic Party vice presidential candidate was made public. I have no problem with Okowa. Okowa is my friend, but Wike would have been consulted. He would have been spoken to. Wike would have been consulted in the first place even before the announcement was made, the Benue governor pointed out. Hey, wahala they brew, then they brew problem, like saying they brew drink. I've been a beer for PDP camp. Hey, wahala. How will Ortom go about campaigning to thieves and entire people for Atiku, a Fulani, and one of the biggest owners of cattle in Nigeria? I would love to see this. Or more. I know even reason I go that side though. Hey, problem they finish. Well, that is his own. PDP is already failed. Wike may dump PDP in the last minute to teach Atiku and PDP a lesson. Okay. While they begging him, let Okowa deliver his party. What nonsense. You deny him his VP office. Now you want to use him to win the election in South. Who does that? Atiku should go along with his full family to beg Wike. Can you imagine? Well, at the end of the day, PDP, the problem they brief for them, they don't do well. They run Wike street. They run a street. Somebody is asking, is Wike now a troublemaker? Not finding trouble. The man know they find trouble, but no find him. That be on. You know they find you, no find me. If you find me, you go get them double. It is needless for him to do such because we, Niger Delta, will vote for B. Okay. Mentor, please forgive Atiku. and let us move our party forward. Okay, we dey here, they call a mentor. For me, they run Mickey Street. Kai, they run the guy street. Kai. They run now. The first of all street they run now. Tambo has stepped down. You go ask the reason Tambo and my person. Tambo for just hint me now. Tell me say as you go be. You know hint me. You can't do me this kind of thing. Why? You go ask, you see the reason now. They just top her. Just be like say they just stop icing on the cake. Come announce these people, they plan me. They plan me, sha. Sincerely, it is not right. How you go run this guy's street? They come say, make him come flow in a campaign. Oh, God. Make the carry other person and they go now. After all, they say, Wike, to the talk. Wike, they control himself. Wike, do this. Wike, do that. Which, of course, I know say Wike sometimes, get some things to be saying, go just talk like that, especially when you did for this thing like that. You are somebody who is in power, like a politician. You're supposed to you're supposed to get that they're going to do your mouth, they talk some things, but we can just send you a message. We go just talk as bien. If you bring it to him, he gives it to you. Water. And PDP, People Democratic Party also need to apologize to Southeast people for betraying them on 2023. Without that, the PDP will have no vote from the East. Whether they apologize or whether they not apologize, vote for who you want to vote for. Vote for who you want to vote for. Make sure you're voting for someone, not because you're supporting him because he's your brother, because he's one of your religious brothers, or maybe because he's your tribal kinsman. Make sure you are supporting your candidate for the betterment of the country. That is all I need to see here. But genuinely, what is Wike anger? He swore not to be deputy to anybody. So what is the issue there? Is it betrayal? Uncle has betrayed his closest friends and made enemies instead of alliance. So he wants to be supported in. He wants to be in support. So who does he want to be in support of his bid? Okay, no, well, I think at the end of the PDP can sort themselves. Nobody today then they get what's they call crisis. At the end of the day, we go know where it go land. We just need to wait. We just need to wait and see how everything unfolds. Okay, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.